Today we are going to explore something that affects most of us, and that is foot arch pain. If you've ever experienced it, and I'm sure you probably have at some stage in your life, you know how crippling it can be. Those first few steps you take when your feet hit the floor in the morning can be really challenging until you've sort of warmed up your feet. But not only just in the morning, it can affect you throughout the whole day. So I'm going to share with you one technique that you can do at home today to help yourself heal that pain that is in the arch of your foot. And of course, with me, I am going to talk about not only the anatomy, but also the spiritual and emotional sides of foot arch pain. Because our feet are literally our connection to the earth. It's our foundation. So we're going to explore what causes this foot pain from a physical level, and also what is a deeper meaning behind that foot pain, so that you can start to tune in to those messages that your body is trying to tell you. Hello, I am Debbie K. Barker, and if you are interested in learning more about the holistic mind-body massage treatments, then I encourage you to download the, I'm not quite sure which corner it lands in, to download the free masterclass that I've put together just for you, where we cover the feet, the knees, and the neck. If you want to know more about that, just download it. It's completely free, up to you. It takes about half an hour, so it's certainly not a long video for you to go through and watch. Okay, now let's get back to the feet. When we look at the foot, we can actually see that there's a band of tissue that runs from the heel of the foot right to the toes. I don't know if you can see that. There's actually 3 bands. And when that gets overstretched, that's when you can start to experience a lot of pain in the arch of your foot. That muscle also helps you bounce and move your foot. So that's for walking, for running, skipping, whatever kind of motions you like to do with your feet, those 3 bands need to be firing. So I'm going to share with you a technique that you can do at home to release those 3 bands. But while we're here, I also want to show you the front of the foot, because that is something that you will also need to release. Because when you've got your foot that is arched up, those muscles on top of your feet are also being worked. So we need to do a double-sided approach, I guess, to it. Like we treat the underside of your foot, now we need to also treat the upper side of your foot as well. So there's muscles. Hang on, just give me a second. I'll just turn this around. So you can see the muscles there in between your toes that you also will need to be releasing as well. Because those muscles, like I said, if you've been walking around with a sore arch of your foot, you've got your foot hobbling around, those top muscles will need to be worked on as well. So it's a 2-sided approach to your healing. We know that feet aren't just a mixture of bones, ligaments, and muscles. They do have a very strong connection to the earth. It is our foundation. What I've noticed is that when people come into my clinic with sore feet, they often fall into 2 different categories. As a rule, sometimes there's people on the fringes, but most people will fall into 2 different groups. Some people have very high arches and are actually lifting off the earth. When I see clients like this, it kind of tells me that they are very spiritual, and spiritual doesn't mean religious to me. It just means that they are very connected to who they are. But with that connection to who they are actually struggling to ground themselves. They're struggling to take movement or make movement on solid ground. Then you have people who are the opposite, who are very flat-footed, who have their feet firmly on the ground and experiencing pain in their feet, often I can sort of pick up from what they're saying that they are carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders, carrying everybody else's burdens, and that's being pushed down towards their feet. So let me know if you resonate with some of that. Do you have sore feet? And do you find that you fit into either group? Okay, I want to share with you my favorite technique for working on the feet. Now, this is something that I do for myself regularly, and you can do it as well, and it doesn't cost anything. Like, I'm all for doing things on the cheap. Not that I'm a cheapskate, it's just that I don't believe you need to go and buy all sorts of fancy equipment out there. You can use stuff around your home that can be extremely effective in treating your own pain problems, which I encourage you to do. Be your own power boss, be your own healer. You don't need to give away your power to somebody else. We can heal ourselves very well if we take action early on. If it gets left too long, then it will become something that does need a medical intervention at some stage. But often, if you get to it early enough, you're going to save yourselves all that stress, worry, and possibly, surgical intervention later on. And it's free. Did I say that? It's totally free for you to do it. So I'm just going to get my daughter and we're going to film. I'm going to show you one simple object that I use that gives me the greatest results when my feet are feeling a little bit tender. This is the best tool ever to treat the arch of your foot. It's called a simple golf ball. Now, if a golf ball is too small for you, then just use a cricket ball or even a baseball. Tennis ball will work as well. The golf ball is probably the pick of all the balls. And all you simply do is put it down on the floor, sit down on a chair, put your foot on top of the ball and roll it. Now you will find the sore spots, trust me. And you want to roll from the heel right through to the pads of your foot. And ideally 3 lines. So you do on the outside of the foot, on the middle, and on the inside. And you will find which area feels a bit tender to the other one. A bonus tip for this is to make sure that you actually lean over your knee so you get the body weight, and slowly is better. But you can adjust the pressure as you need to. So when you first start doing this, if your foot is really tender, make sure that you just start off light. And then as the foot starts to relax, you can actually sink in deeper and work further into those structures. Now with the heel of the foot, you really want to make sure that you're dropping off the bone and parking there and just very slowly stretching out that muscle, probably about 1 or 2 centimeters before you go into that long stretch. Another tip is to put the golf ball in a sock. The only reason why I do that is so that the golf ball doesn't fly away on me and I don't have to spend all my time playing fetch, picking up the golf ball. So that's how you treat the undersoles of your feet, especially the arches. To do the top part of your foot, you really want to bend down if you can, or put your leg up on a stool, or get somebody to do it for you, to actually use your thumb from a side angle and stretch out, coming back and really stretching them out. Put some cream on your feet if you need to. So you've worked underside, and now you're working those muscles that are coming down between the toes. And it's a very simple, effective technique that you can do at home to help if you've got any kind of arch pain going on in your foot. If you found value in today's video, make sure that you subscribe to the channel for more tips and tricks just like this one. Remember, true healing comes from connection, not from complexity. Your body knows the way. Sometimes it just needs a bit of guidance to remember. Until next time, keep listening to your body's wisdom, and I'll see you in the next video.